What's up, friends? How y'all doing? All right. Okay, I am back, friends. I'm back. Okay, so let me do a quick recap. All right, so just a while ago, hey, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. This video will stay up. So just a while ago, I talked to Mavis Zelaya's family. This is in regards to the three little girls that were killed in that house, in that apartment fire this past weekend that we talked about. Yeah, friends, it was very unfortunate situation around 6 a.m. off of Beach Nut. There was a need for the Houston Fire Department. They were called out there to a fire. Happened in the early morning hours, like 6 a.m. Mom works 2 jobs, and the adult son, he's 21, I believe he is, and he couldn't get to his sisters. They woke up to a fire in the apartment from possibly a charging cell phone, and the three little girls did not survive. You know, he tried to get out there to help them, and he just couldn't. He kept falling and falling back, and even at one point his little sister like pushed him. Like he was almost there, able to at least get one of the sisters. He was almost there, and the little sister like accidentally like pushed him, and like they closed the door because they were scared, like all this fire, you know, they were scared. And he fell. He like tumbled back down the stairs. He's gonna need some help, friends. You know, he's gonna need some help. So a GoFundMe was created. We get out there. I talked to Mom. I let her know, hey, we're gonna try to help you. You know, we're so sorry, and our prayers and condolences. And you guys, everybody understood the assignment. You know, and let me see. So the GoFundMe made it to $32,678. They initially asked for 30,000, I believe, or something like that, and 681 donations. So thank y'all, friends, like so much for everybody helping and spreading the word. And I was worried. I was like, man, I don't think they're gonna raise that. And $30,000 is pretty it's pretty conservative, you know, considering that there's gonna be 3 burials. But they are working with a funeral home that's going to give them, the funeral home's going to work with them with that budget. And I think they got to hire like an officer to help them. I'll get more details in the days to come. But thanks to the community, you guys, everybody pitching in and helping these girls, they've raised $32,678. I think the GoFundMe's going to keep like about 1,000 because they charge tax, whatever, for some of that. But yeah, that's still pretty good. The money will be in Mom's possession within the next 3 to 5 days. So, yeah, it is very sad. Dad is in town. They're not together. He's no longer with his wife, with his ex. Like, they're not together anymore. But he's in town. I think he was in jail and a case got dismissed or something like that. And so he's out. And just imagine the horrifying news, you know, like it was just sad, friends. It's just sad. So that's happening, and hopefully we can get some kind of help for her or the girl's big brother. And these are the girls right here, just in case anybody. All right, I'm back. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Ooh-wee. Did I lose signal? Are we good? Can you guys give me thumbs up? Can you hear me? Yeah? Somebody says lost signal. All right, let me see. Are we good, friends? Let me know. Can you hear me? Yeah? Are we back on? All right. I'm gonna wait till I can get a confirmation. Are we good? All right, cool. Give me one thumbs up. I need a thumbs up to know that we're all right. Yeah? It's good now? Okay, cool. All right, friends. So, yeah, I'm back. And so, yeah, thanks to everybody. The girls, you know, they will be laid to rest in a dignified manner, you know. In the days to come, we're going to try to help them with, like, furniture and things, you know, because they need to start all over. They don't have nothing, friends. They don't have anything, you know, like nothing. They lost everything. So, yeah, we're going to help after that. But, you know, the main concern was trying to help them with the girls, to lay them to rest and stuff. And that will be happening. So thank y'all so much. today somebody lost their life. There's people are messaging me about a deceased person off of Cross Timbers, and Fulton, like right there by Northline Mall, where the old Northline used to be, right there by HCC, out in that area. My understanding is that somebody unalived themselves. So I don't really necessarily like going to that, because it's kind of triggering. So I'm gonna refrain from going to that. Also, somebody was hurt today and no longer alive, and it involves some sort of Metro Rail accident. I don't know. I got the tip, but I haven't seen anything official about it. But 9 times out of 10, we probably won't. So just prayers for that person as well. And I went all the way to Eldridge. The peeps were trying to alert me to a SWAT standoff. I said, yeah, I'll go. And it was an HPD one, so I was really excited. I was like, yeah, we'll get some HPD action. And then I get up there and they're already rolling out. I said, man, I missed it, man. But yeah, it's been happening since 5. You know, we have a lot of appreciation for law enforcement. And I'd rather that than homicide scenes. I don't like homicide scenes, man. Like, it's very crazy. So yeah, friends. Also, I want people to talk to their kids. Back to school is coming. You got to get nosy. You got to be involved in your kids. You got to know who they hang out with. You got to know how your kid expresses themselves to other children. You need to, these are the most critical years when your kids become teenagers and stuff. Those are very sensitive, precious years, because that's where they start to develop into the adults that they will be. You know, you got to pay attention to how does your kid know how to respect others? Do they communicate well? You know, are you teaching them proper grooming? Are you teaching them to be clean? Are you teaching them to be safe and healthy? Are you teaching them good habits? You know, these are very critical years, friends. They will take that into their adulthood. You know, we see what happens when kids are neglected. We see that they go rob and steal and you know, on a school night, you know, they're out there, and that we've seen how kids die, you know, because there was no guidance or lack of, or the parents didn't ask for help or whatever. And we've seen also we've seen innocent kids suffer cruel things at the mercy of bullies. So please, friends, you gotta be there for your kid. You brought them into this world. They are an extension, carbon copy of you. We gotta do good, man. Let's pray that the 2024-2025 school year is a productive one for our kids. They're already dealing with issues like HISD, this little takeover thing that seems to be a failure. You know, like this Mike Miles guy. We're already experiencing things as a society, like with all the crime. What we don't need is our kids to be part of that problem, man. No. Friends, talk to your kids. You got to go through their rooms, man. If you got one of them gangsta kids, man, you need to be going through the bedroom and looking for if you got a gangsta kid. Come on, man. Your little kid smokes blunts already, man. That's not acceptable. It's not normal. It's not. I'm here to tell you that it's not right. You know, you got to get your kids to pick up their pants, have some respect, wear a belt, you know, like that haircut too. That's kind of got to go, man. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Man, that Larry Curly Moe haircut, that's got to go. Like, we got to teach our kids to look their best, man. To me, that haircut, I don't even know how a barber can cut hair like that, friends. I don't even know how a barber feels good about their craft, giving somebody the chili bowl. That used to be a punishment haircut back in the day. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm not lying. Y'all remember back in the day, the haircut was like, that was like a punishment. We used to laugh, man. Like, oh, you got the chili bowl. Now they act like it's the coolest thing in the world, man. Woo, friends. Yeah, I don't know, man. We got to teach our kids to be success, man. Man, we got to teach our kids confidence, and that ain't it, man. That ain't it. I'm telling y'all right now, man. I don't know, man. I thought the haircut was going to be gone already by now. Man, it's still a thing, man. Oh my goodness. The Edgar haircut. Yeah, I call it the cut. Yeah. So yeah, man, just in short, man, just talk to your kids. Make sure that they're not terrorizing. You know what? All right. I'll just say this. Even if you don't want to teach your kids to be good and pay attention in class, even if you don't care, just make sure that you're sending your kid to not bother other kids at school. If your kid is a bully, keep his ass home in homeschool or her. Oh, no. Let me not keep it. Girls too. Girls bully the crap. I saw a lot of videos last year of girls taunting like a pretty little girl that's quiet or you know, like, or body shaming the little gordita girls. I also saw videos of little girls not able to handle rejection. Okay, listen up. Listen, this is where you guys, whatever dysfunctionality that you got going on at home, look, kids absorb everything. Kids absorb our behaviors. They absorb our qualities. Anything good that comes out of you, they're going to pick it up. They soak it up like a sponge. All your good traits, they pick it up, but they also pick up your bad traits. Like the mom that cries over her baby daddy and makes a bunch of scenes and you're toxica and all that kind of stuff. Man, the kids become toxic too. They mimic what mom is doing. Mom is crying over a man. The little girl is going to cry over her little boyfriend. I've seen videos of little girls like beating up the boys in the hallway. And the boys are like this, you know, like they're trying not to fight this little girl back. And I've seen stuff like that. I'm like, man, and I asked, what happened? Why would she do this? Why do you think this is happening? Oh, my son rejected her. My son said he didn't want a girlfriend. And now she's beating him up every day at school. I'm like, whoa. Hey, man, our kids copy all that stuff. So, you know, the boys, some adult people, like they just say all these mean things or they gossip or they bring back a lot of negative energy into the world. And your kids are sponges and they are a replica of you. Man. Yeah, they are a replica. Your kids, like the people in the family that gossip a lot about everybody because they ain't got shit going on for themselves. Your kids are picking up those qualities too. Man, the mama, hey, let me tell you what happened, girl. I heard this and this and that. Oh man, her man ain't no good. The kids are like that, man. I'm like, dang, man, my mom, we used to try to ear hustle. When my mom would be on the phone with her sisters, my aunts and stuff, and they'd be gossiping, my mom would run, ¿Qué chingados están, qué tanto están de metiches? And we were like, okay. Mama Castillo wasn't always a prayer warrior, okay? I'm going to tell y'all right now. Mama Castillo used to trip out, friends. Mama Castillo was a trip back in the day. Oh, my God. Mama Castillo she didn't want to hear it. She was very proper, prim lady. Everything better be clean. That chancla it wasn't just a shoe. The chancla was not just a thong that went between the toes. The thong shoe. No. That chancla was mighty, man. And you respected the chancla. And if that didn't reinforce nothing, Dad would be home with the Evilla, with the big old Mexican belt. My dad's Panamanian, but he would rock that big old Mexican belt that would say Alberto on it. My dad had the old Western belt with his name stamped on it on the back. And man, we'd get whipped across the back with that thing. Friends, I would have Alberto stamped on my ass or on my back, man. For real, Daddy did not play. I would have BERTO, Berto, whatever, or TO, or Al, whatever. Oh my God. Mom's method was the chancla. And if that didn't work, because sometimes it didn't work, Daddy would come home at 5 o'clock from work, sweaty and pissed the F off. And if my mom, he would know. He would know that my mom was not happy. Hey, ¿qué pasó? And my mom would say, diles a tus hijos que se porten bien porque hoy me dieron mal. La Grisela me estaba hablando para atrás bien mal. Oh, he'd say, Grizzy was mouthing off really ugly to me. Ooh, friends, I had a 10-second start. I'd run outside. I'd run my ass outside. Because I knew Daddy had that belt, man. And either way, I had to come inside eventually. I had to go back inside. I was going to face it. It took me an hour to face it, but, it's whatever. Yeah, and see, back in the day, you couldn't just call CPS. Like, that was like, nah, you can whoop your kids. Nowadays, you can't even touch them, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Man, let me tell y'all a real quick story, friends. Real quick story. back in, my daughter was in the 10th grade, Maddie. Man, I love my daughter, right? She's my orbit. She's my world. I love her. I love my baby so much. She's beautiful, man. That's the best thing I've ever done in my life, is just be a mom to her, right? And I wasn't always a good mom, though. I admit that. I will say that, because I was locked up. There's no way I could be a good mom being locked up. Anyways, but I came out, my mother game came on strong, man, once I got, my head right. And it's never too late to be a good parent to your kids. Even if you suck the first couple years, you can always try, friends. You got to try for your kids. But I remember one year, like, she wasn't bringing the progress reports home. And I'm like, hey, Maddie, why aren't you bringing me the progress reports, man? I want to see your grades, dude. I knew how to get online, but I wanted to see that piece of paper. I expected that piece of paper to be on the table on the day it needed to be on the table. And she's like, they didn't print them out. I don't know. I think I lost it. It was always an excuse. So one day I called the principal. I just called straight to the office. I'm like, this is so-and-so MacArthur High School. This is yeah, I'd like to speak to any AP, please. Can I speak to an assistant principal or somebody? Okay, yes, ma'am. Who's this? Miss Castillo. Oh, yes. They already knew what it was with me. Miss Castillo was always disgruntled. I never called up there happy. And I'm like, hey, I'd like to set up a meeting to find out why the hell I'm not getting no progress reports about my kid. Oh, well, you can go online. No. I need to go in person. I want to know why I'm not getting this piece of paper from my daughter. I want to understand what's going on. I need to talk. I need communication. I don't need to look at a piece of paper. Okay. So I get up there, and it's the principal and one of the teachers specifically. They called one of the teachers. And I remember being in the office, and they said, Miss Castillo, here's your daughter's progress report. And it was messed up, friends. The grades were horrible. I was like, oh, my kid is an honors kid, right? But that year, she was struggling. I was like, no, Maddie, you got to keep this honor roll, man. Like, you've been honor roll all your life. Because my mom and dad did really good with her. Like, we were pretty smart kids. We were like hood nerds. And so, like, my parents don't play about education. So I was like, Maddie, you got to keep your grades up. What the hell? I was shocked. And oh my God, the principal said, the teacher whispered something to the principal. And I said, no, y'all can say it in front of me, whatever. I'm ready. And the teacher says, the teacher says, well, Miss Castillo, Madeline has expressed concern. If she were to have bought you that progress report, that it would have resorted to physical punishment. And I said, excuse me? And I looked at Maddie. I gave Maddie that look. I'm like, I gave her that look. Like, you gonna get it after this. Like, for real, I gave her that look. Just, everybody, the room got stiff. And then I said, you know what, sir? And he looked at me. He's like, and I said, you sure right. I said, it's not what I do. It's how I do it. I'm going to whoop that ass. I said, you're right. I'm going to whoop her ass. I'm not going to leave her marked up. I'm not going to leave her beaten and bruised up. But I'm going to whoop that ass, sir. I don't play in my house. I'm the queen of my house. Baby, I got the progress report every time emailed to me. Man, and my baby graduated just fine. Baby, I don't play. You know, nowadays, now that she's in college and stuff, she's like, Mom, I thank you so much. Man, my baby knew. My baby, like, she can look back now and she's like, Mom, I thank you so much that you stayed on my ass, man, because that discipline, our kids need discipline, friends. Yeah, our kids need discipline. They need structure. They're not going to get it if you don't put the law. You got to lay the law down in your house, friends. And it's okay to be nosy. Oh, let me tell y'all this, because I got a gamer. Mine's a gamer. She likes the video games. She assembled her own computer. My kid's a freaking genius. She knows how to hack, right? She's smart like that. IT, like an IT kid. Well, one year, I picked up the phone. One year I was missing a Michael Jordan jersey. I've got a Michael Jordan jersey, and it was kept nice and pressed in plastic. Like, it was like I like collectibles, right? And I was missing the jersey. And I'm like, man, where the hell is that jersey? So one day I went up in a room, And I started cleaning around, and I found the jersey wedged. I was horrified. It was wedged between the bed and the wall. It's like, ah! Like when I found it, I was like, ah! Like, oh my God, friends. If you're a sports memorabilia person, like I am, I've got badass baseball cards, y'all. I've got a Texans ball signed by the mofos. Man, I like to collect. I think that one day if I croak, then I leave something behind for my kids. So when I found the jersey, it was all like just stuffed. I was like, like, oh my God, friends. I picked it up and it was all wrinkled. It looked like a mule had chewed on MJ's jersey. I was like, I went to the living room. She wasn't home. She was not home. So I waited. Then I thought, I couldn't wait. The hours were too long. I was off on that day. And so I went to go get her tablet. I went to her tablet. Oh man, friends. I had a bigger concern than that. Oh, hell no. I had a concern. There was a boy that she was talking to on the tablet. And I was like, wait a minute. She don't talk to no boy on the phone. No. It was nothing but messages back and forth on some kind of app, like a friendship app or something. It was stupid. It was stupid, like a gamer app. And I got all up in there, friends. And I discovered that she had like a little male friend in Chicago. In Chicago. I told her dad, I said, hey, I said, here, look at this. Look what I found. And I showed him the jersey. He's like, oh my God, that's full. Why did she do? I don't know. I said, is she mad at me? I don't know. And then there's this boy. So we were trying to figure out, like, we co-parent really good. Like he loves Maddie so much. He's good. So he called the dude on the phone. He texted like if he was Madeline. He's like, hey babe, give me the phone number. Cause they were talking like babe. I was like, ew. And this was many years ago, probably like 8 years ago, 7 years ago. And so and we call him and I said, put him on speaker. We're both like this over the phone, like both of us. And the guy answers, he's like, hello? It was a grown-ass man, friends. It was like, I was like, like that, like horrified. I started crying. I was like, and the dad said, you son of a bleep, 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 bleep. Don't you ever bleep, bleep, bleep. I'm calling the Chicago PD right now. You bleep, bleep, bleep. We don't know how old this man really was, but we know that he was an adult, friends. We had to cut that shit in half. Man, we played divorce court right then and there. Hey, you're not going to talk to our kid. He could have been 16 or 17, but we had no way. But I got stalkerish. I got very stalkerish. I found his family. I let his family know, hey, you're talking to a 14-year-old dude. You ain't got no business talking to this 14-year-old. Then, friends, I discover the picture in the tablet of her wearing the Michael Jordan jersey. I was like, I never wore the jersey. Oh my God. She took a selfie in that Michael Jordan jersey, friends, because it's from Chicago. She was trying to impress this guy or this cat. And I saw the picture. I was going through her pictures in the tablet because something went off a light bulb. I said, Chicago? Yeah, let me see. So I start going through the phone, the pictures, like scrolling. And I'm like, I saw the picture, friends. She's standing like doing the peace sign like this. My kid, who does not like to take pictures, supposedly, like she don't like to take family pictures, no kind of shit, right? She's all posing in these little bitty shorts and this Michael Jordan jersey, sticking her tongue out, going like this. Baby, I was like, I couldn't believe it, friends. Man, the Michael Jordan jersey lost value. We got it put away, but it lost some value, friends. Like, that shit was nice and crisp and protected. That shit was all wrinkly, friends. Oh man, I was crying. I was pissed. I was all kinds of emotional. And then, you know, like, it was just all messed up, you know, to discover all of this, but I'm so glad I did. And it's okay. You got to be nosy. You got to go through the rooms. You got to go through their phones. You got to find out what they're doing. You'll be surprised what your kids do, man. She was so embarrassed. She was so embarrassed, friends. And after that, we said, keep the door open. We had that policy. You're not closing no doors. The only door you can close is the one to the restroom. When you're taking a poo, pee, shower, yeah, you can close that one. But that bedroom one, no, you're going to go change in the restroom. And that door stays open for a whole long time. No closed doors around the house. No, the only one you're closing is that restroom one. That's it. And friends, like, she got it down packed. She got it down packed. She got it down packed. And you know, like, and I told her, you can talk to me. You like somebody, you can tell me. You don't let me be the last mofo to find out I'm your mother. I birthed you. You are me. You are me. Like, we have that connection. I always tell her, you are me and I am you. That's the relationship of a mother and a child, dude. Like, it's, you got to let them know these things, friends. You got to tell them, hey, you're my carbon copy. And my daughter is my carbon copy. She's just like me, dude. And I tell her, you're my little twin. You're my baby. I love you. Like, there's nothing that you can tell me. Like, when she, I'm so glad it made things easier for her too. Like, going into college and knowing she can talk to me. You know, when she started college, like, she did her first 2 years. Then I get this phone call. Mom, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, what happened, Mama? She's like, you might not like it. And I'm like, oh man, what are you going to tell me? Please don't make me no grandma. Please, please, please. And she says, I'm changing majors. And I was like, that's it. She's like, what? She's like, Mom, I've been wanting to tell you this since last year. I said, you should have told me last year. It would have made things cheaper. And she's like, no, Mom, I'm so afraid. I said, Maddie, you could tell me anything, dude. I need to know. I'm your mother. I'm your mother, dude. Like, you're supposed to tell me good, bad, scary. When something goes down, I need to know. And that she just felt so relieved. And I'm like, man, I thought you were going to tell me that maybe a grandbaby. I don't want to be no grandma. And so, yeah, she was like, oh, I feel so good. I was like, man, I feel good too. Now, how much is every semester again? I'm like, oh, friends. Yes, friends. Yes. So, yeah, we just got to talk to our babies. It's not going to be easy. Man, these times are so weird, friends. The kids have a lot of pressures. They got to dress a certain way. You know, they have that pressure that they think that they need to conduct themselves a certain way. The kids feel a pressure to constantly be having to keep up with, like, the technology, the phone, the trends, you know, the behaviors and stuff. Man, talk to your kids. It's okay to be original. It's okay to be themselves. It's okay to be kind. Like, we got to teach our kids to be big brothers and sisters to the weaklings. You know, some of y'all got bullies. Some of you guys gave birth to, like, alpha males and alpha females. You know, like, my mom and dad, when they had me and my brother Junior, we're alphas. Like, we're like, shit, we're headstrong. Like, we're alphas. My baby brother and sister, they're more, like, laid back. They're very calm. Man, they're good people. I love my siblings. I love all of them. But my mom always taught us to be kind to the next kid. Like, I got bullied from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Yeah, no. 6th, no. Wait. 7th, 8th, and 9th. 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And then, like, 10th grade, nah. I got tired. I was like, fuck no, man. Me and my brother, we'd fist fight so much. Like, I was like, nah, I'm pretty confident now. I can whoop some ass. I would be so afraid to sit in the back of the bus or any of that stuff. Nah, 10th grade, it went away. My senior year, by my senior year, I was an alpha. There was just no way, man, hell no. And so, you know, my parents always taught us to be a big brother and a big sister to the other kids. If you saw somebody suffering, if you saw somebody, like, not dressed a certain way and they get made fun of, you're supposed to, like, take that kid under your wing. Some of you guys gave birth to alpha females and alpha males. And that is man, you got leadership. You gave birth to leadership. And that is, here you go. Hold on. Hey, round of applause. Hey, if you got an alpha, hey, Shout out to you. If you got an alpha, man, that is a gift. But those alphas sometimes turn to killers, robbers, and all kinds of shit. Look at me. I'm not too far from that. Friends, you got to guide those alphas. You got to guide those little alpha females. You got to guide the alpha children. If you got an alpha child, you got to guide them, man. That is power. You gave birth to powerful people. But you got to use it right. It's a gift, man. It's a gift. Not everybody's an alpha. Let me repeat it again. Not everybody's an alpha. And some of you kids, some of y'all gave birth to little weaker children. And that's okay. They got alpha potential. They got alpha potential. You got to build up your kid. You can't. Some of y'all write off your kids in a bad way. Oh, they're special. Oh, they're special needs. Y'all throw that special needs around so much that your kid is listening to that. Man, your kid's a winner, man. Your kid is alive and breathing. Your child's winning. But some of y'all breathe in these issues into your children like you. That's how you identify your kid. Oh, that's Michael. He's special needs. Yeah, you just got to deal with him. He's hard to work with, but the kid. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. He's a good kid. And you write off your children in a certain way, and that's not right, man. You got to give your kid that fighting chance. Some of y'all gave birth to kids that are not alphas, but they have alpha potential. You got to know how to work with your kid. You got to breathe life and purpose into them. Some of you guys are breathing defeat into your children. Some of you guys introduce people to your kids. Oh, that's my autistic son. I'm like, bitch, I didn't ask you that. Man, your son's gorgeous kid, man. He looks strong. He looks like he can do some things. And I hate when you guys introduce me to your kids and that's the first thing out your mouth. Oh, that's my autistic son, Albert. He don't look autistic to me. Like, I did not need to know that. You know, like, that's the baby that you love, you mean, right? Like, that's your child that you're so proud of, right? We got to talk like that. You own your children. Like, we own our kids, whoever they are. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, repeat it and announce it like you do the airline, friend. We are now boarding flight 747 via A La Chingada Airlines. Please stand clear of the automated doors and watch your step when disembarking. Our next stop will be A La Verga. Thank you for flying A La Chingada Airlines. For real, friends. Like, you got to build up your kids, man. And then some of y'all, your parents did that to you. Let me know one more thing. Some of y'all, your parents did that shit to you. Your parents did that shit to you. And so you're passing it on to your kid. Like, your parents didn't ever speak highly of you. Man, let me tell y'all something, okay? And that's not good. Break that. That's a generational curse. Let me tell you about my mom and dad. My mom and dad, they would give into all our electives like band, all our little extra classes like choir. I was in choir, I was in band. I'm a musical person, right? I played the bass clarinet, the saxophone, the flute, the piccolo, all the woodwinds I would dominate. Well, during the week, you know, like I'd be like that. Like, when I was learning to play my instruments and stuff and practicing, my dad would say, "Hey, payasa, vete allá afuera a practicar. Yo no quiero escuchar esa mierda." He would say that. He was like, "Hey, you clown, go outside and play that nasty ass instrument out there, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm trying to watch the news." And he would say that in Spanish, though. "Quiero ver las noticias. Déjame en paz. Yo no quiero escuchar esa mierda." And I'd be like, okay. And I'd be like, that. Mary had a little lamb, you know, out there practicing, you know, to the roosters. We had chickens growing up, a lot of chickens. So I would play outside for the chickens. But come around Sunday when the family would show up. When, like, every Sunday, for some reason, we always had a lot of family showing up to the house. And my dad, being the proud dad that he was, like, he wouldn't let us know Monday through Friday how proud he was. For some reason, when his friends and our family would show up to the house on Sundays, he'd be like, "Hey, Panameña." That's me. They call me Panameña because I look Panamanian, right? Like, my daddy's Panamanian. He married a Mexican. And I have more traits of a Panamanian than I do Mexican. So my dad would say, "Panameña, ven para acá. hey, mija, agarra tus instrumentos, tócale la música bonita que tú tocas para nosotros. Tócales una canción, por favor. He would say, hey, Panamanian, come grace us with one of your beautiful songs that you know how to play so eloquently. And I'd be like, I would be so shocked. What a hypocrite. I'll be like, that's so fake. But no, my dad would never talk down about us to others. He might discipline us. He might cuss us out, call us a clown. But to other people, my dad was like, no, my kids are the shit. Man, there was nothing. Man, my dad talked so good about all his freaking kids to his neighbors, the family in Panama. Oh, yeah, even if I failed, even if I had a nasty progress report. Oh, sí, ella es bien inteligente. Ella va a ir a la universidad. Man, my dad, we got to be like that with our kids, friends. We got to be like, I remember being so proud and happy. Man, that shit was everything when my old man would speak highly of us to, like, strangers at the store. And I would be out there, like, playing my little instruments and stuff. I would be so happy to play my music for people just watching. Yeah. The chickens. Yeah, man. So, yeah, friends, we got to talk good about our kids, man. They're listening. They're absorbing everything. All the energies that you put out into this universe, the kids are around to witness it. What are you putting out to your kids? Or, here's another one. A lot of people live on social media. To me, like, I use social media to inform. Let y'all know what's going on in the hood. You know, let y'all know when there's something going crazy. I like the social media for that. But some people use social media to portray a life that is not really happening. I don't know why they do that. I'm 45 years old, and I see people neglecting their kids because they're so quick. They want to live on social media and portray, like, show what they're cooking, everything, even their kids. Like, the kids go shopping and they got to take a picture of everything. And I'm like, why aren't they living in the moment with their children? And so, like, everybody's in their phones, and there's not enough quality time for the kids, for getting to know them. You know, like, people spend so much on their phones that they're not really, like, living. You got to live too, friends. You got to live and connect with your children. You got to know what's going on. Some of you guys give your child a phone at 11, 12, and you don't watch what they're watching. Like, yeah, you think you got parental controls. You think you're doing this and that. But I promise you, there is stuff going on that you're not aware of. There's stuff going on that you have no idea. So, yeah, friends, just something to think about. Just wanted to share some updates with you guys. There was a update about the lady who was found in the back of that trailer. I'm going to show the woman to y'all real quick. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all the woman. Hold on. I think I'm going to go home now. I don't think I'm going to be out there no more. I want to go home, friends. I don't want to be out and about. Hold on. All right. Her name is let me take I'm going to just show her. Hold on, friends. I don't want to put her kids out there. Hold on. I'm going to show you the lady that was found. There is a GoFundMe out there for her right now. Remember the two people that were found over there off of Milwee, that were decomposed in the trailer? This is the lady. We don't know what happened to her. I don't know, friends. I haven't dared to ask, but there is a GoFundMe out there right now for her. And if you want to know more about it, Selene, Selene Rubio. Honor Selene Rubio. If y'all want to look that up in the GoFundMe thing, if you're, curious or you want to help out, 1,450 has been, their goal is only 4,000. I think they just want the cremate maybe or something like that. It said, I wanted to make this GoFundMe to help out the family of Selene Rubio. Her children were given unexpected news of her passing. Selene was a beloved mom, strong, amazing woman, also a wonderful grandmother, sister, and friend. They will need help with the expenses for cremation and anything else that may be needed to take care of to let her move on peacefully. If you can help with anything, help this family give her the proper way and the way they deserve. It will greatly be appreciated. So yeah, friends, that is yeah, friends, that is so crazy. Like I haven't really pressed, I'm not one of those people. Like the families want to tell me what's going on. I don't really want to ask. I wanted to, but I don't know how to say, hey, how did your mom die? No, I just said, yeah, I'll be donating something really soon. I told them, and I said, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Maybe in the days to come, I will ask. I have to work up the nerve. Like it's just crazy. Oh, the accident scene that we posted up. Oh, two things. The SWAT standoff where a woman, okay. I went to a SWAT standoff earlier this week, and a woman was beaten up so bad. So bad. They said that she got thrown from the second story. Hold on. They said she got thrown from the second story, and that he stomped her neck. Like, she had neck injuries, right? Like, really bad. This woman had fractures and all kinds of stuff. Friends, she did not die. I was out there, and I kept saying that because I asked. And I was told she did not die. But the neighbors were all out there saying, yeah, she did. And they were in my video saying it. I was like, no, but I wasn't told. I was told fractures. A lot of y'all. She did not die, friends. I was right. Like, we would have seen crime scene out there. We would have seen homicide detectives. All we saw was SWAT. And I stayed there for a little while, and they cleared the scene and left. The lady is still alive. Please, friends. Please don't. Let's not write off people. Like, the woman got written off, and she's still alive. So pray for her. And they got Cuba. He turned himself in. He was wanted for murder somewhere in California, and he's a very dangerous person. But she's a black lady. I think like 43 years old or something like that. She's alive. She is alive, friends. Yeah. But I had everybody all like on my live video, like saying, yeah, she died. She's alive. And I feel really bad for her because I'm sure she will see the video and she's going to be hearing everybody saying she died. Oh my God. I feel real bad for her because she's got to go back to live. She lives there. So she's going to have to see all the neighbors and everybody else saying that she died. But she's alive. She is alive, friends. She is alive. Also, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, we posted about an accident, a fatal accident that went down Monday morning. The guy was in a Honda Civic and he crashed into a pole. One of our Hood News peeps was first at the scene. The accident was so bad. The guy was pinned but dying. Like, they had to extract him out of the wreckage. And I guess he knew he was going to die. And he spoke to a Hood News peep. He said some things. He wanted to share some final words. And he told our peep, go, please find my family and tell them I said these things. He knew he was not going to live. So the peep is going about it like the peep called the HPD, where the accidents and stuff. I guess not mobility response. What's it called? The VCD, the vehicular crimes, because they investigate anytime somebody dies in an accident. They're always there, even if it's not like a crime, so to say. But yeah, the guy has not been identified that we know of, but I said enough things in the thing. Like, everybody wanted make and model. Everybody's like, well, it would help if we would know what kind of car. The peep didn't know. Like, the peep was in shock. The peep took like a 1-second video and then like stood back and filmed a little bit of the paramedics trying to get to him. And that's it. Like, there was the front end was smashed into the pole. And then the back end, the peep wasn't thinking, friends. People are in shock. Like, some of you guys know how to film dead bodies and you're okay with that. Some people, like myself, I don't like to film bodies. Some people can do it with no problem. Like some people are very afraid and in shock because they've never seen something like that. Or even me, I've seen stuff every day. Every day I see stuff, but I'm not used to it. And so I don't ever want to get used to it. But some people can sit there and film somebody as they're dying and others just won't do it. I won't do it. And so, yeah, friends, they were in shock and they didn't get to get those details. But it weighed on them, and they've been making phone calls and everything. And I think we might have a young man, very beautiful young man. If this is the same guy, because he died in an accident, I think his family might have been notified already today. I think. And we got a link to like the medical examiner's office and stuff. I'll let y'all know soon, friends. I might not even be able to identify the person publicly, but at least let y'all know, hey, they got the response. Because a lot of people have been reaching out. And it's the same name that keeps coming up. So I hope to have some update for that for you guys. Felicia, I love you, friend. Yeah. All right. Well, they caught the guy that ran over the pedestrian during the pursuit, friends. Oh my God. Oh, and then we got an old guy roofing people. We got a guy dropping roofies and prescription drugs and stuff inside drinks. What is going on, Houston? Hold on. This guy right here. Hold on. Be on the lookout for Pawpaw. I don't know what this Pawpaw's doing. This guy dropped something in somebody's drink the other day, and they got and they're okay, but it's on video where he sprinkled something. He dropped something like a medication in somebody's drink. But this man has come up on my radar already. Like, not just this incident, other stuff. You guys are messaging me things, and somebody even sent me an email that they sent to a bar to let them know, hey, this guy tried to roofie me. Oh, friends. Wait, more's going to be uncovered. If anybody knows who that is, tip it into the cops. Because this guy, I don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to kill folks, or what are you doing? Like, what's the purpose of putting your medications into people's drinks? I don't know. And let me show y'all one more thing before I leave. Did y'all see the way Lena Hidalgo treats Adrian Garcia? Okay, like the commissioner's court, like she was so ugly, friends. You know, I'm not a fan of hers, but dang, man, like Adrian Garcia, that's my boy, man. Like, I feel so bad that she talks to this man so bad. Like, she treats him real bad. She treats the guys real bad. Like, she's like, I'm a woman. Like, she pulls that card, man. Like, yeah, we're women, but like, you ain't gotta pull that card, sis, all the time, man. Come on. She pulls the I'm a woman card to treat people like shit, and that ain't right. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyways, let me get back to this. I'm not, and I'm non-political, by the way. I don't care about politics. I care about the people. Like, are you a good person? Are you really caring about us? That's all. Hold on. This guy right here. Oh my God, friends. This dipshit. This guy right here. This guy is responsible for that lady that died, man. She was almost at the bus stop. And he hit her with that red Suburban or Tahoe, whatever that was. This is the guy. Other update. No, they have not found the dog killer. Oh my God. The dog killer lady. Hold on, friends. What was her name? Alexandra Bravo. They have not found her yet that I know of. I'm following the story, and the story gets worse. Whoever may have been giving her the animals does a very... I need more lights on me. Whoever has been giving her animals has not been doing a good job of checking in on them. Like, this woman is behind a lot of animals dying. Ooh, y'all made her trending. Oh, and this is her baby daddy. Look. Here's more info. So that's Alexandra Molina. She also goes by Molina. That's the baby daddy. He's locked up. And this was their bully line. The guy that ran over the ducks, I went and left a comment on his page. Oh man, everybody's asking for all these follow-ups. The guy that ran over the ducks, I went on his page to talk smack, and he like clapped back and he says, I didn't do it, but it's his truck. Oh, friends, I don't know, but it's being investigated right now. The game warden people reached out to me when I asked, hey, if anybody knows somebody from the game warden, have them reach out. Thank you guys. Y'all got me connected within the first 3 minutes. So somebody that works for the game warden reached out to me, and the case has been, the case has been referred over to authority. Like there's an officer investigating it, and he will be talking to everybody, and we're giving them we gave them footage, we gave them proof, we gave them everything. Like this guy intentionally runs over the ducks, or maybe he's got something wrong, or maybe it's an accident all the time. But no, because if you run over a duck and you know you ran over the duck, like you would not want to run over another one again, right? You'd be more careful the next time. But it's like almost deliberate. It's deliberate, friends. Whatever. I hope they find out, and I hope the ducks get justice. They are protected under a federal act too. Yeah, migratory birds. Somebody says that bee stole a dog last year and came to my house. Omar is still out there. Like the gas station changed names. Oh. Okay. The gas station, remember giggling Omar, the schmiggling giggling? Okay, the gas station changed names. And I think that throws it's kind of like the slumlord apartments. As long as you change the names and you change the ownership to somebody else, you can avoid all those fines. So I don't think anything's going to get fixed, friends. I think they remedied it by changing the name of the gas station. And yeah, it's going to be, friends, it's going to be some crazy stuff. Stay tuned for that. Oh my God. I got to put my shades on for this one. Tomorrow, get your snacks. Get your snacks, friends. Get your snacks. Get your snacks. Get your snacks. Get snacks for 12 p.m. or lunch. The 12 o'clock lunch hour. I promise you, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, baby. It's going to be good. Hey, lunch hour tomorrow. I don't even know. Okay. So somebody dared to say some things about my girl Candace Matthews, right? Somebody said some things. Somebody that's already like defamed and slandered somebody. Okay, there's an activist out there that decided to take up for an elderly man, and a GoFundMe was created, and $18,000 were raised, and she defended this guy that claimed that his land was being stolen by a white guy, and whatever, and the story was not true. There was no truth. This woman was, so supposedly she's an activist, this other lady, right? She said these things, and it put the whole, like this guy was getting hate mail, hate messages. His family was put into danger. And they're currently suing this lady for defamation and slander. But she says she ain't got nothing to lose because whatever. She's a GED teacher somewhere. I don't know, like, a whole lot, but like the money was put into a trust for this GoFundMe. Everybody that donated, the man never got not a penny of it because it's in a trust. I don't know anything about this stuff. But what I do know is that she has messed up in the past by saying things that aren't true about people or investigating. I remember you guys were, oh man, I can't stand y'all. You all kept sending me that crap. And I'm like, well, that's somewhere else. I'm cleaning my hands of that. I don't know nothing. We're pulling race cards and stuff. I don't really, like, unless I see it on video or something, I did not want to get involved. And I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so glad that I think about defamation and slander. I'm so glad that I don't accuse nobody of nothing without proof. I'm so glad that I have that quality, because that's part of the longevity of the hood news, right? So I told you guys, stop sending me that. I'm not participating in that. I mean, this is sketchy. And then she's asking for money for this guy. So I didn't like it. When you're trying to ask for help and then you're also trying to collect money, I don't know. It rubbed me wrong. And the things that were said and all this stuff, it created a racial divide in that little town, right? It created racism and a divide that didn't need to be there. The man, the gentleman that was slandered on, he owns the property the legal way. There was no underhandedness. She messed up. She messed up. Yes, she did. Well, I don't know what's going on, but she's back on it came back up that she was saying things about my girl. And just stay tuned. Stay tuned, friends. Because my friend, they're having a news conference. So stay tuned, friends. All right. So much updates. I'm sorry, friend. I'm going to let y'all go. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, go get your Takis. Go get the Firehouse sub. Tomorrow, a lot of people get paid. So y'all going to be having... Tomorrow is payday, or you probably already got the money in your books right now, man, on your bank accounts. Tomorrow, people's lunches are going to be a lot better. Like, you're going to want to go out to eat and stuff. Just make sure that you got your notifications on for 12 p.m. You know, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know, friends. This is some crazy stuff, but there's going to be a press conference. There's going to be a press conference being held. And I don't know. I don't know, friends. It's going to be some crazy stuff, y'all. Like, that's some crazy stuff when a clapback, you know, you can have somebody saying all this stuff and being a hater and saying things about you, but, hey, when that clapback is, man, when you got that much, like, clapback in you, oh, man, that's going to be some wild stuff, friends. Somebody says, are you engaged, babe? Who's talking to me like that? Why are you calling me babe? Some of y'all call me Griselda and we're not smashing. Don't ever call me Griselda unless you're laying next to me. Unless you're a partner in bed or you're a government official. Y'all cannot be cozy. Some of y'all call me babe. I call women babe and they call me babe back. But this dude, I don't know who's calling me babe. I don't like that, homie. Homeboy, calm down. Because I'm a player for life. And you're messing up my game. You can call me, if women can call me baby and babe all day long. But if you're a dude, you're cock blocking. You need to stop that. I don't know. I'm a player, homie. Nah, you ain't gonna be doing that to me. Nah, we're not booed up, baby. You don't sleep next to me or none of that shit. Don't be calling me no babe because you're killing it. Because the right man is watching. He's like, what? Oh, damn. Don't kill it for me. Don't give me a chance. Give me a fighting chance, okay? That's all I gotta say. Don't cock block, homie. You better stop that shit because I don't know who you are. I don't know you. He's calling me babe. Baby. Don't do that. Yeah, the ladies, y'all can call me baby all day. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yeah, we're good. Shit. But this dude called me babe. No. And then, like, I don't like when people call me Griselda. Like, y'all know Grizzy very well, but you're not going to know much about Griselda. So just, that's it. I'm a very private person when it comes to my private life. And if you ever see me out there with a young stud, mind your business. Okay? That's all I got to say because I'm a player. Oh my God. I am for the streets, friends. I am for the streets. It's going to take one hell of a person to tame me down and to have me claim them and all kinds of stuff. Friends, I'm telling y'all right now, no. I'm 45 years old. I'm in my ripeness and my thick and juiciness. And I don't want to be, I don't want to be tied down. Y'all are not going to do that to me in 2024. I'm for the streets, friends. I get to run around and do whatever I want. I ain't got nobody saying, where you at? What are you doing? Let's go out. I don't want to do nothing. I want to be with homeboys and homegirls. I want to be out there in the streets, friends. I am having so much, like I am feeding into my interest and doing my little thing that I like to do so much, which is this. And I can't explain why I rather do this, but I find it more meaningful. I'm finally doing something meaningful in my life, and I'm so happy to do it. And what I don't need is some dude or dingling to try to slow it down. And, hey, boo, what you doing? What? The same thing I was doing yesterday, man. Get out of my messenger, man. Hell no. No. I'm good. Please. Just leave me alone. I spit my Dr. Pepper on my phone. I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry, Star. The young stud on an interview. Oh, my God. Y'all better leave me alone. If you ever see me in a muumuu running around with a young stud, y'all better leave me alone. Old lady with the moo. If y'all ever see me with my stud. Woo! Thank you. Hey, Maricela, I love you, friend. Yeah. I'm in some of the best years of my life where I'm having fun. Like, I'm doing what I like to do, friends. Sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes it's heartbreaking. Sometimes I need therapy for some of this. But I'm doing something that means a lot to me. And if I have to choose between love and not feeling lonely or all that kind of stuff, I have a lot of love in my life. You know, if I need dingling, I know where to go get it. So, you know, with that said, you know, I'm very fulfilled as a person, and I'm going to keep doing this. Maybe one day I'll settle down. Maybe one day I will settle down. But for right now, I don't want to. I want to be for the streets. Yeah. My family is always like, man, the one regret I have, friends, is that I did not have another child in this lifetime. I only got one baby. And the other day I was talking to her and her boyfriend. Like, my daughter's boyfriend, they've been together for a few years now. Like, I kind of get the feeling of what it's like to have a son. I love him so much, y'all. My daughter, Maddie's boyfriend, I love Chase so much, dude. He is a sweetheart. Like, I get the kicks of having a son through my daughter's boyfriend. Like, I just love him so much. There's nothing I won't do for either one of them. Like, I put my hand in fire for them. I always tell them, if you need something, you know, you want something, y'all tell me. I'll make it. If you want to go on a date, and y'all, because he works hard, man. This kid works hard. And you know, like, he's putting himself through school. You know, Maddie has my support. But this kid is a go-getter. Like, he's putting himself through school. He's working his job full time, going to school full time. So I got a lot of respect. I said, baby, if you ever need money to take my daughter out, or you want to take my kid out, I will give you money, man. Like whatever he wants, he will get. And so I'm very supportive parent, man. Just tell me what's going on. Talk to me. Don't feel like the weight of the world, man, because I ain't got nothing else going on. Like, I'm not, like, they are my priority. And then everything else next. You know, like, if I treat him good, this is my theology. You treat your children's spouses preciously, and they will treat your kid good. If you have hostilities towards any kind of son and daughter-in-laws, you are adding to the salt and the disdain. If I treat this boy like he is my own son, he will treat my daughter right. And I tell her too, you treat this boy right. You treat this young man right, because he is somebody's son. And you know, one day you will have children, and you're going to want your children to be treated right. We got to spread that love like that, friends. You got to, even if you don't really like them too much, you got to open up a little more, because otherwise when things are happening or bad things happen, they won't tell you. So you got to keep that line of communication. You cannot hate your children's boyfriends and girlfriends. It doesn't work like that. I'm always curious to know about them. And when Maddie would date other little boys, I was always curious, you know, like, what's he like? I hope he's not treating her bad. But I learned that it is good to know who they're dating and everything else. Because, you know, like, you want your kids to have a solid, healthy relationship. Let me see. Wow, 30-year anniversary. What's up, Sue? Susan. Yes, friend. All right, congrats. Prayers for my girl. Hey, friends, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I love y'all so much. Please be safe. I don't think there's going to be hood news tonight. I think that'll be it, friends. But I just wanted to catch up with you all and let you know what's going on, the follow-ups. Hold on. See something. Thank you, Stella. I love you, friend. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all around. Bye, friends. So the person on Cross Timbers, that was a suicide. I won't be going to that. So keep them in your prayers. Friends, if you feel like if you feel like despair and all that, it'll pass. You just got to give yourself some time and ask for help. You got to ask for help. Somebody will stop you from thinking that, or help you get help so that you can. I promise you, friends, like, my arms are cut up. The scars have been healed a lot, thank God. But I still got these little lines that I'm always embarrassed of. I wanted to end my life in 2018. My daughter was already out the house. She was already in college. And I literally wanted to die. I wanted to not live anymore. I think it was 2018, 2019. and I cut my wrist. And I said, man, I cut long ways. I cut the long way. And I said, man, this is it. And then I backed out of it, called 911, got myself help. And I was like, man, I can't believe that, because the thought of my daughter being the one to find me, like, you got to put others ahead of yourself. When you think about taking your life away, you're being selfish. When you think about ending your life, you're being selfish because you're not thinking about your loved ones. And for a long time, I contemplated death. I wanted to die. I was stressed. I was living paycheck to paycheck, friends. I would get like $1,000 every 2 weeks, and it was never enough. Like, I had my car note at a high interest rate at the time. I had the taxes. The house was already owned. Thank God, because I think I would have ended it like right then and there if I still owed the house. But everything was like piling up on me. Like my school loans, everything. And then the pressures of being able to provide for a daughter in college was getting me too. So all this shit, and then dealing with a bunch of bullshit at work. I worked for a forklift company. It was a corporation. And it was so stressful. They crunch numbers every month. They make you feel like you're not human. And I just felt really bad all the time. And there was racism. I dealt with racism, friends. And I'm not one to pull racist cards. But there was racism. There was, like, even if they don't want to admit it, there was. I tried to speak up so many times. And when another minority woman came to work with me, because I was the only one. I was the only Hispanic woman. But they brought in an African American woman, and to see everything repeat itself, and she became the target. I was like, oh my God, this is happening to her. Like, I thought it was just me. And then I was like, no, this is the culture here is like that. And to see like people come in late every day and they get away with it, and you mess up one time and they drag you all across the ground. Man, friends, it was so stressful. It was a stressful environment where we had mandatory overtime. You just like kept working and working. Like, they wanted you to like breathe. Oh, friends, it was so overwhelming. It was so overwhelming. And I one day just said, man, enough. I've had enough. I feel like failure. I felt like I was never going to get out of that rut. I felt like I was never going to have any kind of savings, because I would live paycheck to paycheck. And friends, I'm not embarrassed to admit it. I had only like $8,000 or $9,000 in the bank, and that ain't shit. Like, we have this pressure to put away money for when we get old. Like, I've been taught that. My mom and dad are that way. Like, they know that one day they're going to be, well, they're already old. They knew that one day they were going to get old, and that they needed to have savings for when they retire. And they're okay. Like, they worked hard for it, and they saved and saved and saved. And so at the time, I was like 40, 39, 38, something around that. I worked for all them years, and I wasn't seeing it. All I had was that and my 401k. Thank God I have that. I had that. And so I was like, oh my God, like, I'm not going to ever have anything to move on. Like, it was just paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. Every now and then I'd be able to save away $30 or $40. But that was just pressure. Like, so much stress, financial stress. And it was killing me. It was stressing me out, friends. I wanted to die because I felt like failure. I was a felon, and there were some bright sides to things, but I just had a lot of stress. And I remember wanting to die and feeling lonely. And I kind of acted on it, and I regretted it so much. So my point in all of this is to say that it gets hard in that moment, and you feel like there's no way out, but there is. And it's for you to keep pushing. You have to get help for it, because you're not going to pull out of it alone. You have to be able to ask somebody to help you. And if somebody ever reaches out to you with that kind of stuff, take it seriously, friends, because they are coming to you from a place of so much vulnerability. It takes so much courage to tell somebody, hey, I'm suicidal. Can you help me? I want to die. It took me a lot of courage. And friends, just when you think you've got it bad, somebody's got it worse. And I think that the hood news is what keeps me kind of like alive, because I thought I had a lot of problems. And when you hear some of these stories, You realize that your problems are nothing compared to what somebody else may be going through. And you find strength in that. A lot of people are like, how can you deal with that? It's very hard. You guys know how I get when a child dies. You guys know, like with the Audrey stuff, that it took me to darkness. I needed therapy for that. And with the recent Jocelyn and the kids, just anytime a child is taken from this earth too young and in a tragic way, it's so, like, you wouldn't be human if it doesn't affect you. And then especially me, like, I'm out there listening and knowing more details than what I've shared publicly and all these things. Like, I know more and I don't say anything. I just wait, right? And I keep a lot of secrets, and a lot of people tell me things, and I just, these are things that I know, and I store it in my head and in my heart. And it's very difficult. But I guess that the busyness, being busy all the time, keeps me from the depression, keeps me from the thoughts. Because like earlier today, somebody's like, are you gonna go to that? Somebody killed themselves. And I'm like, no, because actually it could be a trigger. Like, I'm scared of me. I'm like, a lot of people are like, you're not afraid that somebody's gonna kill you or hurt you. I'm like, no, I'm my biggest threat. I am my biggest threat, because I've wanted to kill myself. Nobody out there can do any harm that I wasn't willing to do to myself. There's not one human that I'm afraid of more than myself. So the fight is still there. I'm not saying that I don't think like that sometimes, because I can't even explain why a person would want to die. And I do get those thoughts sometimes. But you got to stay strong, and you got to stay busy. Creativity, busyness, productivity is the enemy to idle thinking, idle thoughts. Like, oh, I want to die. You got to fight your way out of it. And every day you just push and you find purpose and meaningfulness. And I promise you that you will get through it. Now I want to live. I want to live for a long time. Like, I remember 2 years ago, I had a lump in my breast, and I was scared that I had breast cancer. I shared that with you guys. And I was in so much denial. I waited a few months because I didn't want to go to the doctor. I was so afraid. I was like, man, I'm going to die. And when it came back negative, I was like, oh my God, thank God, thank God, thank God. Like, now I get these health scares, and now I'm losing weight now because, I have to be healthy, because I don't want to die. And so, it's just stay strong. It doesn't go away. Like, and check on your people, man. Just because they look like they're strong and good doesn't mean that they're okay sometimes, man. We got to check on our folks, man. You got to check on the single mom that appears to be very strong. You got to check on that guy, that great dad that, looks like he's okay. Because sometimes we're not okay. It's okay to check up on people, friends. Check on your happy people, because they hide it the most. They hide pain the best. They hide pain the best. So that's all I got to say. Check on your veterans. Check on the veterans, man. It takes me to my own brother, because that's something that we deal with as a family, that we hear, like, as a family of a military person. Check on your veterans, man, because they've experienced a whole lot of things that none of us would ever understand. Check on them. And even the veterans that are now living as like civilians, check on them if they've had any kind of experience out there in any kind of, like, the Iraq, Afghanistan, Persian Gulf, whatever, any kind of deployments. Check on them. Yeah. But I love you guys, and be safe, okay? I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope something resonated with somebody out there, man. Like, for real, just fight it through, friends. We got this. We have a purpose, man. If you haven't found it yet, it's okay. Like, that's the beauty of this world. We can find what our purpose is. We can find our happily ever after. We can find what makes us, we can understand why we're here. Like, just hang in there, though, because the chapters are not finished being written for your book. Every day we write a new chapter in our book. And you want to see how this plays out. I'm telling you, you might win the lotto next week, man. Shit. Man, friends, seriously, like, man, I'm so glad I didn't do it. I didn't go out as a coward. Here we are, friends. There's something called the Hood News. It's amazing. I don't want to ever die. I don't want to die. All right, friends, I love y'all. Be safe, okay? Bye.